Good day, people. Welcome back to my Patreon page, patreon.com/Elliott Wave Green. I'm your host Shaheen, and in today's video, we are going to see what expected in the price of gold and silver, where we can find some good trading opportunities. Last few days has been messy. Few days have been messy. There's not been a large price movement, so we're going to examine price of gold and silver, and we're trying to find the where the next major move is expected. So as far as the general trading is concerned, normally it takes 3-4 days, maybe even let's say 7 to 10 days for consolidation, and then a larger size swing happens. So as far as gold is concerned, first of all, we'll start once again at the monthly time frame, and then we'll shortly go down to daily time frame or even hourly time frame. The major point of here today's presentation is that I am bearish on gold and silver, and I'm going to present my point to you guys, hopefully giving you some confidence to take on bearish side. All right. I'm a big fan of the monthly time frame analysis of GAN. The reason is because it helps you see where the larger price movement is and what larger pattern is expected. So I've done some GAN analysis on these on the monthly chart in front of us, and both of these lines are actually indicating important support angles for gold on a monthly time frame. So if you look at this red line right now, drawn from the bottom around August 1999, then we can see that it has worked so far pretty good. We have seen some support coming in this area, some in this area. We have support in this area and in this area, and that's why I think that because of multiple points that have been present on the support line, it looks like that is going to be the main resistance point for the price to come downward. And when the price comes downward, that means that we'll be creating a major important low, and that's why I'm considering this whole pattern as not expanded flat, but I'm considering it as a double tree pattern. In fact, we can consider this as wave A, wave B, and wave C, or we can consider it as a wave A, B, C, which is W, X, and then we can consider it as a Y, or we can consider it X right over here, and A, B, and C. The whole point here right now is that we can consider this whole price movement as a three-wave price movement, and this is one large swing. We have another large swing which is right over here completing. So you can consider it as W, X, or Y, or you can consider it as A, B, and C, meaning a larger swing is complete right over here. So I believe this swing would be complete. We have a leading diagonal and a correction as double tree, and then we will have an impulsive movement right over here. This will come in handy with what Gans has said already. At the end of large time cycles, we will see sharper price movement. For example, right over here, we had a quite a larger and steeper price movement, and we are going to see something like that right over here, though as not for as long this period. The fundamental analysis right now is telling all of a sudden that Fed is actually giving an indication that most of the larger traders are now interested on the bearish side, and they are more positive, or they're more bullish on the stock market. So my concern right now here is we are heading this way right over here. And then we have also went on to daily time frame, and we can see that this particular, if I can see, this particular line that is available in front of you guys here, it's also on the monthly time frame, and we can see this blue line is also giving us a support. We have seen support at this point, at this point, at this point, and this point. Basically, the blue line has given us 3 or 4 points, depending if you consider this or not. So this is also valid. So right now on the monthly time frame, you guys can see that we have seen a clear rejection of the support, and that only means one thing, that it looks like the pattern that we have seen starting from right this bottom, W, X, or Y, and Y. I mean W, X, and Y, which is a double tree pattern, is complete right now. The strength is looking for the prices to be more bearish. We'll dive into a daily time frame analysis. Here is we can see a leading diagonal starting from this top, and this is the trend line we were talking about. So we can consider this as a leading diagonal, wave 1 and wave 2, or we can consider it as wave A as a leading diagonal, and this is wave B as a of the larger correction. So let me bring that. We can start considering now this as wave A, this as wave B, and I'm expecting the prices would be somewhere heading around 1350 area. We can start calling that C. So let me go there and correct the parameters instead of minute, or we can consider this as a primary level. Alright, there you go. So within that price pattern now, I clearly mentioned, I think Shoaib sent me a text message, so I clearly already gave an indication that I was bearish. I've also analyzed that on my time frame on my previous analysis as well. Of course, starting from that, we have seen some bearish price movement, but not convincingly. We have expecting for the prices to go down, and so right now the price is struck in the consolidation. So right now I'm considering this whole price movement as wave 1, as wave 2, wave 3 right over here, and wave 4. And we can see I gave a point that there is a shoulder on right over here, and there's a shoulder right over here, giving us an indication that we have also find support on a smaller time frame, and we will be heading further down. So we can right now delete it, so there is a less mess, or we can leave it, delete it for now. Now the correction that you are looking for right from over here, wave W, X, and Y, I'm considering it as a double 3. So I believe that the larger wave 4 of this degree is complete, and it looks to me right now that we are going to have stronger price movement down in wave 5. The reason is purely technical. We have broken off this trend line, which is basically following the trend right from this over here, the last leg right over here. So we've broken off this trend line, and it's going to take us to the next target. And because this was an important small time frame analysis trend line, we have broken that off, and right now it looks like that we are retesting that trend line. Alright, so I'm considering this as a smaller wave 1, and smaller wave 2 could be already complete, or we are very close to completion it, and then we'll be heading downward. The immediate target for the price movement downward, I'm expecting that the push would actually push us further down below this support. This support that's coming, for the prices to carry on this way, this support needs to get broken, and I'm expecting that when prices fall down, they will be actually breaking this particular support. And this is what we are seeing on a 4-hourly time frame. So this support is very important. I'm expecting that we'll see some jump when prices actually are in this area. So some jump is expected, and then we'll see some small time frame, probably this particular support coming in handy. So we have this particular region which is going to provide probably some support, and then we'll see one more push further down. The target for this particular price movement start from wave 1 right over here is 1640 area, and this is what I'm looking right now. I'm expecting that we will be able to easily trade this price movement. So my focus right now is towards right over here. I have given you analysis of a small time frame which can be used or definitely to put your stop losses. Apart from Elliott wave analysis, it's advisable to use traditional technical analysis for stop loss, just in case our labeling is a little wrong, so you don't want to get up. A stop loss beyond 1850, let's say you want to put at 18 would also be a good one, which will only be 35 points. If that gets caught, then it means we'll have to come up with a different explanation, or we'll have to revise our analysis. It's less likely to happen. We have already seen quite a choppy movement, so I'm considering this whole price movement as W, X, and Y, or you can consider it as wave A, wave B, and wave C. There's a strong possibility that we might not actually see side price movement and going up. So I'm expecting that we'll actually probably see prices go a little up and then come down on a smaller time frame. So this gives us an indication, first of all, that next few days are going to be very important. You can consider that wave 1, 2, and 3 have taken about 6 days, I think, for us. And so I'm expecting that we are going to space about 8 to 10 days from this one. We have already completed a couple of days, so I'm expecting that we will see further about in another 8 to 10 days of price movement, and it'll be a good one. It'll be a good price movement. This particular trend line is also giving us helpful that if we put our stop loss right over here, the chances of prices going all the way up are going to be very less. First of all, there is a two tops, three right over here, one and right over here, and then support zone also been cut down. So there's very less chances that the prices actually can go up and meet. So that's why I think this is going to be an ideal place for putting our stop loss, which will also be on the previous shoulder as well. Once again, I'm expecting on a larger time frame. If you have missed my previous analysis, then I'm expecting for the prices to be around 1350-ish area, and this is the larger time frame analysis. But first we need to drop definitely below this, and then we'll be able to take some pause, take some time off, and then give some time for for furthermore distribution of the funds, and then we'll have a larger price movement. And then of course we have another important support coming on, which will be definitely a resistance for this price movement down. So this will also be a very important point for the price movement, and the final target definitely around 1350 area. This one is not a something random price movement. If you pay attention, then we are basically looking toward this top. So right now, if you pay attention toward this price movement, we have seen reversals occurring this area, which is right over here. Then we might see some reversal in this area, which is right over here, and then we will see some reversal coming off that area right over here. So basically three important resistance points are there for the price of gold, starting from 2100 or 2080 all the way down further. And I'm expecting the third time resistance will be stronger, and there's a chance that we will actually look for the prices to reverse right from over here. I hope that you will be able to gain some more insight into the analysis. You'll be able to look into the different resistance and support areas, different price patterns and structures, and I hope that I was able to convince you that we are looking successfully towards the bearish side. We have seen some choppy reaction, but don't worry. Always, whenever we have a choppy action, always a major price movement is followed after that. So we're going to definitely looking in a good time frame and a good trading setup. Now I've done something interesting with silver, and I have a couple of especially good viewers who are really interested in silver. It is going to be disappointing for bullish, but it's going to be good for bears. On a longer time frame, it will allow you to buy more silver around that area. I have able to come up with some finer details. First of all, if you have missed my previous analysis, I'm considering right now this as wave A, this as wave B, and I'm considering this that wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a wave 5 are leading diagonal. Right? If you are not, if you're thinking that maybe this is not wave 1, and then we are still going to be explaining this price movement. But for now, starting from this top, I'm considering this hole as wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and we have an expanded flat right over here, and I'm expecting another zigzag pattern right over here of a stronger nature. We have seen a lot of consolidation in this price movement, so I'm expecting definitely a stronger price movement downward. That is the reason I'm expecting a sharper price movement downward. Something like this one. All right. But definitely of a much greater strength as compared to this one. Let's come to 4-hourly time frame. Before we go on further down, I need to explain a couple of important resistance points for our price movement to go further down. First of all, we have immediate resistance coming at this line, which you guys can draw this line. This is around, let me put that, and this is coming, major resistance is coming around 2160. All right. And then we have another resistance coming at this point, which is at this top, right? Definitely. So we can bring it further down, and actually just leave it right over here. I've done some calculations, Fibonacci analysis calculations, and I have come up with this particular time target, which is 1992. So next few days are going to be interesting. I'm expecting for the price of silver to drop to around 1990, and then give us a retest, and then drop further down to around $15. So this is what we are looking at on a larger time frame. As you guys can see that we have definitely completed a structure right over here, or at least starting from this one right over here, we can definitely see the structure. We have broken the support as well, and we have also seen a smaller time frame. We were expecting for the price to go down and hit that target, but that definitely that has not happened, and then we have seen prices go down. Somewhere on right over here, I gave an indication that we are looking for further bearish price action, and this has resulted. In fact, silver has been more bearish as compared to gold in a few days, and it has been more directional in in a sense that it was clearly bearish. Still, we have not seen a strength as this one. So right now you can see the labeling. I'm considering this whole price movement as wave 1 and wave 2, a smaller wave 1, a smaller wave 2, a stronger wave 3, 4, and I'm considering this whole as a leading as an ending diagonal. Sorry, all right. Or you can simply, you can see double triple zigzags in here. So I'm expecting that we have already completed the wave 3, in which the wave 5 of the 3 was extended. So it looks to me that that is complete right now, and right now it looks to me that we are heading to be going down further. Our target definitely on a 4 hourly time frame is this. All right, there's a possibility that we might go a little up, but to me it looks like next few days are going to be very interesting. The next immediate target is definitely around 19.90 or $20, so $2.50 per ounce drop is expected. We might see a little more stronger action in the price of silver, but for now the immediate target for the price action is 19.90. I hope that I was able to actually present some clear picture using the Elliott wave analysis, traditional technical support and analysis. We can clearly see there's a major resistance coming in this area, but a smaller time frame support is also coming. Given the time that we have spent in consolidation, it looks likely that we will be able to penetrate. We have also seen the strength of the price movement, giving a hint that prices are more strongly bearish right now. So wish you good luck with your trading. The point here, right, I want to present is that if you are able to generate one or two more solid swing analysis trading setups, you should be happy about that. It takes a lot of time, few days to generate a good signal, and I think that we, especially in gold, we were doing so. So a stronger price movement is expected in the price of gold. As far as stop loss is concerned, I think that if you want to put a stop loss beyond this particular support line would be helpful. But if you want to be even more miserable and miserable in terms of money, all right, just don't take it negative. I become miserable too sometimes, to myself definitely. So I think we can use this start, which is around 2370, as also a good top to use stop loss as well. There is one rare possibility, and I wanted to include that before we can actually head on to further thing. This has happened in the future, in the past movement, and I wanted to indicate, especially Monday is going to be very careful with silver, because in a small time percentages we can actually see this. In a small percentage of chances there is a probability you'll see that, and that will be wave A, wave B, and wave C, and we have seen this particular behavior in the past. It's not said that it's something giving you completely clueless or completely random. So that's why I was advising that putting a stop loss right over here would be advisable. Traditionally, people would be telling you that this is not a good trading setup in terms of profit to loss ratio. But when you see that definitely there is a bearish string, then bearish trend, then you need to take advantage of it, or you might have to break away from that occasionally. I hope that I was able to put some light on the price movement of gold and silver. I wish you good luck with your trading. Have a good one, and bye bye. Definitely, if you guys have any questions, please throw them on, and I'll try my best to answer those questions. Have a good one, and bye bye.